All right. Hello. Hi, everyone. My name is Kira, and welcome to a video. Um, like a lot of people, I've recently joined the Heated Rivalry fandom. It has consumed my life. Um, I'm really into this whole bring back the 2000s obsessive fandoms. I'm into that. I think this is great. I think this is fun. I think we are getting a little parasocial with it, but I mean, there are worse things, right? There's just something about these little gay hockey boys, all right? The je ne sais quoi. I don't even know what that means, but I think it means what I want it to mean. So, okay, I wanted to throw my hat in the ring with heated rivalry content because I know everyone's thirsting for it. They're thirsting for a lot. They're thirsting for a lot. And I've seen some videos, and a lot of them I haven't watched because I don't really know. It's just somebody, I don't know what they are. I don't know. So this one's a little more focused. All right. Here's something I have not seen a video about this. I'm sure there are some, but I didn't really find anything that was super in line. So now I'm making it. I'm making the video. Okay. And it's about the fashion and heated rivalry. I am riffing off of the fact that Shane hired a stylist. Before I talk about the fashion, let me just give you some spoiler context. So I'm assuming that you as a viewer are into heated rivalry, have watched the show, have not read any of the books, and you want content, right? That's where we are in spoilers. So I will be talking about season 1. So if you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's only 6 episodes. They're phenomenal, and rewatch it a million times like we all are. um and I'm assuming you haven't read the books. For some context, the books are part of a series called, I think the series is called Game Changers by Rachel Reed. They are very fanficky, but I still really enjoy them. The first one is called Game Changers. That one's actually about Scott, Hunter, and Kip. And then the second book is Heated Rivalry, which introduces Shane and Ilya properly. And then I think the third one is somebody else. And I think the fourth one is The Long Game, which is basically Heated Rivalry sequel. So it's got Shane and Ilya as the focus again. It's what happens after the events of season 1. Now, the actual book Heated Rivalry and season 1 of the show were almost 1-to-1. It was a very true adaptation. But the book is definitely paced a little bit different than this. When I say the second book, I mean the second Shane and Ilya book. Okay, there are other books with other characters who are queer hockey players, and I honestly don't care that much about them. They're great. They're for plenty of people like them. And if we see them on screen, I'm happy. And if we don't, I'm happy because I'm in it for Shane and Ilya. I like Scott Hunter and Kip, but come on, hollanov, right? That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. That's what I'm here for. So anyway, when I say book 1 and book 2 in this video, I am talking about heated rivalry and game change. Nope. Heated rivalry and the long game. Okay, not book 1 and 2 of the entire series, but book 1 and 2 of Shane and Ilya. So just to be clear, I will be referencing a few things that happen in book 2, but no major spoilers. Nothing, just things that would go in a teaser. Just things that would go in a teaser trailer. Nothing, no big spoilers. Okay, no worry. But I will be talking about season 1 and book 1, Heated Rivalry, extensively. So, heads up. So we all should know the scene where Shane and Ilya are sitting at a bar, and Shane reveals that he's gotten a stylist. By the way, I love the line where Shane is like, yeah, I wore athletic stuff, and Ilya goes, I know what you wore, because he was the one he was the one taking it off with him. All right. He was there. All right, he was there. I'm very interested in the fashion element of this show. I'm a big fashion girly, clearly, from my outfit. Can you tell? I love fashion, I love clothes, and I love costume design. It was a very good example of costume design. I think modern costume design doesn't really get a lot of flowers because people see it as more obvious and more basic, and it doesn't quite have the pomp and circumstance of a historical drama. But I honestly think it's more subconscious, and that makes it more impressive in a certain way because we know, we were there when those trends were happening, right? If if a movie is set in the 1730s and someone's wearing a 1770s gown, modern audiences don't really pick up on that. It all looks the same, right? It doesn't really, but it is, to modern audiences it does. But if someone is wearing UGG boots and something is set in 2021, it's well, it has to be, there's a certain style and there's whatever. There's a lot, right? We're more tuned into the last 20 years of style. So it becomes less believable if they get that wrong. And so I think Heated Rivalry actually did a great job. I saw someone screenshotting the scene at the cottage, nope, at his parents' house when they do the little toe touch thing, their little feet touch, and Ilya's wearing Nike Airs and Shane is wearing boat shoes. They were like biblically accurate 2010. Yeah, because we were there, because we remember. And if you weren't there, oh my god, you're 60. Oh, oh. All right. Well, anyway, I think if you're under 16, you probably shouldn't watch Heated Rivalry. But what do I know? Actually, I don't care. It's none of my business. Movies like Clueless are much more like modern fashion focused, but Clueless is very much like fashion is like a front and center character. I think Heated Rivalry did a great job at like very much conveying the characters' emotions and vibes and everything through fashion without making it like a big deal. Like it was just very natural. They did a great job. So like Ilya wearing a lot of dark colors, a lot of black, some Adidas, which is kind of a Slavic Russian trope, but also for good reason. People actually wear those clothes. And Ilya also dresses like, I would argue, a little bit queer. And I say this as a queer person in a queer relationship, okay? Um but it's very passable because he wears clothes that are simultaneously like could be worn at the gay bar and also are just like hot athletic guy who works out, right? They do a good job. Similar with like Scott Hunter with the skin tight like champion shirts, stuff like that. They're doing great. So I am a fan actually. This is not at all a dig. This video is in praise to what Heated Rivalry has already done with the costumes. But I would like to pitch some stuff for season 2. That's the video that you're watching when I finally get there. So, in the second book, or The Long Game, there's a lot of scenes in the summer because they do start their hockey summer camp for kids. I talk about that in season 1. They do actually do that. But then, of course, they also have scenes at the cabin, the cottage, and I'm assuming some scenes in the winter. I honestly don't know. I read the book like a week ago and I don't remember. I don't remember what season. But presumably, I mean, it's Canada, right? It gets cold at night. So we are trying to cover the full spectrum of like hot weather clothes, cold weather clothes, the whole thing, right? Something else about the first season was that there really weren't that many outfits because they're not that many scenes, right? And so the clothes did have a lot more impact. So I'm going to be pitching a bunch of different clothes, but obviously I'm sure I don't know, the pacing in the second book is just very different than the first book, so I'm curious to see where they go. All right, so should we get started? Yeah, let's get started. Also, I could talk about the clothes in the first season so much, but that's not what this is about. This is about the second season, okay? And what I hope that they put them in. First off, they already put them in nice athletic wear. These boys are rich. These boys are millionaires. They're professional hockey players. They can afford nice shit. I'm going to be putting pictures in. I'm going to be putting a lot of LL Bean in because I'm a big Bean fan. And Bean is based in Maine, if you didn't know, the brand. And they have a lot of like outdoorsy, sporty clothes that are like very nice, like well made. They last a long time. And even though Shane is from Canada, I don't think they actually sell LL Bean in Canada. I mean, he's traveling to America a lot for games, stuff like that. And with it's also popular in all of New England, so Boston, Ilya. I think they would wear a lot of LL Bean. So that's gonna be a running place where I get photos, but I'm trying to go on vibes and not just on brands. Vibes and brands, right? Okay, editing Kira here. I totally forgot to talk about Roots Canada. If you're unfamiliar, Roots is just like a cozy, comfy brand that makes like it's a very like Canadian, iconic brand. They make a lot of comfy stuff like hoodies, and especially with Shane's obsession with his stupid little hoodies, I need to see Shane in a Roots hoodie, or honestly both of them. So anyway, nice athletic wear. Here's our first like genre. I just think like they got to show up in like nice shit, right? Like nicer. Like I'm gonna put a picture of a fleece that I actually got my boyfriend recently, who is a queer sports player, queer athlete. So I'm taking inspiration from my own damn life. And just like hoodies and stuff, they're just like a little bit extra nice. Some quilted, some nicer fleeces, like the Canada fleece everyone went crazy for, stuff like that. So we've already seen that, but just like high quality athletic wear shit. We're styling Shane first, okay? A la his stylist, but like also costume designer stylist. Also, I do have a PowerPoint that I'm referencing. This is on my computer. I'm not going to show you the slides because they're really a mess. I'm going to just put photos in. But anyway, slightly funky fashion, but still his safe fit slash form. Now, Shane is on the autism spectrum. We love him, neurodivergent king. Aren't we all? Shouldn't say that, but like, it's a spectrum for a reason. Shane definitely follows formulas with his outfits more than Ilya does, I think. And I like this, and I think it's important to his character. So, button downs, sweatshirts, polos, like t-shirts. Like Shane's got his safe clothes, that's what he wears. He doesn't really experiment with form that much, but I think now that he's getting more comfortable with his sexuality, he could totally experiment more with like um color, right? And start to play with that a little bit. I will talk about color palette in a minute. I have a few pictures. One is this shirt. I think it's from Ella Bean. Everything's from Ella Bean. I just looked through all of their men's clothes for inspiration. I actually didn't realize, but this button-down shirt, it's like a little fun. It's still an olive green and a black, but it's two tones, so like one side's green, one side's black. And on one hand, I think this is nice because it still follows his typical form of like it's a button up, it's a flannel, it's a very like masculine traditional sort of basic piece of clothing, but it's a little bit more interesting because of the two tone, and it also references Ilya's jacket in the first time they ever hook up, which was a sick jacket by the way, right? So from episode 1, so that's cool. Also, this men's Bean vintage soft rugby mock neck chest stripe from LL Bean, of course. I think this is nice again just because it's, you can tell the quality, it's very nice, it's got a little bit of interest, it's kind of echoing the Montreal Metro colors. Sorry, the Montreal Metros. What? Canadians, why are you saying it like that? I don't know. I don't know. And then this cute little polo shirt, okay, with a little, it's salmon pink with some navy blue. Again, very like typical safe forms, but it's a little bit more fun. It's a little bit more quirky, and it kind of reads it like Shane is a good boy. You know, these are very like good boy, cute clothes. Now, I would like to talk about color palette for Shane for a minute. I have an idea. I think in public, he should stick to very like neutral, like mid and light tones, right? Cream, white, oatmeal, tan, blues. He likes blues. And I think salmon pink. I think Shane is made for salmon pink. I don't know what it is. You understand? You understand. You understand. This is what he wears in public. In private, I like, especially at the cottage with Ilya, where he can really be himself more. I like the idea of him wearing more saturated tones, more like homey, cozy. Obviously, he has a cabin, so that's part of it. But like greens and vivid, like more vivid blues and more rich browns. Nothing dark. I don't think. I mean, he wears black a good amount in the first season, but I think now that he's more comfortable with himself, he needs to have more color, and he can have more vibrant colors at home and more muted colors in public. Also, keeping with the idea that he presumably still has this stylist or still got clothes from them, right? So he should be wearing nicer clothes. I love his linen button up, but like it's a little boring. I mean, he's boring, but it's a little too boring. Here's some boring ideas that aren't as boring. Summer tops. Here's a few from LL Bean. Because we want to keep his color palette simple and like muted colors, playing with like little plaids and checks and gauze, like this gauze fabric are nice to add a little bit more interest. Like he's been styled, but still very much in his safe color comfort zone. A button-up shirt is a very normal thing for like a man to wear. And Shane has made clear that like he doesn't want to be like a queer icon. He's not really out in the second book for like a while. There become rumors of him being gay, but anyway, he's not an out gay man. But even if he was, he doesn't really want to be like gay icon Shane Hollander. That's like part of his whole character. So there's that. Nice sweaters next on my list. Okay, I'm a big sweater freak. I'm a sweater nerd. I love sweaters. There's a few iconic, I don't know, designs of sweater that are like rather famous, like styles. So one is called the commando sweater, I think, or like the military sweater. It's got like patches on the shoulders and the elbows. And I just think it's not only like a sweater, but it's got that little elevated, like it's like a style, and it's like really nice. It's made of like wool. It's got like duck canvas. He's got the money. All right, he's got the money. So he needs to wear not just like nice clothes, but like another step up. And I think that's perfect. I have a bird's eye sweater here, which is a knitting pattern. They're also called lice. It's like I actually have this sweater. Also from LL Bean. Shocker. Um, I think that he would look nice in that. I think a stylist, if I was a stylist, I would buy him that. Here's the Aran wool or an Irish sweater. It's just a very common. Ireland is known for this style of sweater. The cables, it can be associated with different families and histories and stuff. Yeah, like a nice wool sweat, like a good quality sweater, right? That's what Mr. Shane Hollander needs to wear, and he would wear it because it's a safe, comfortable piece of clothing. It's a sweater. It's very normal for someone to wear, but it's got that like a little bit more of a styled element because again, we're assuming a stylist bought him these clothes, or maybe his mom. Anyway, they're nice. Or like a nice this striped sweater from LB, and I'm also a big fan of. Chunky knit sweaters, just like I want to see the texture. I want to see that it's made of like cotton, wool, like nice materials. I want to see that. So here's a few more. Yeah, he should wear those. He should wear those sweaters. All right, let's talk about his silk shirt. In the second book, he does get a little bit more experimental with his style. And there's not a ton of examples, but one of them is a white silk shirt that he wears. I'm honestly unclear if it's like a button up or like a t-shirt. I personally don't think he would wear like a silk like t-shirt. I think that's a little bit too flamboyant for Shane, to be honest. I do think he would wear a silk button-up shirt because he loves a button-up. Mr. Hollander loves button-up. And I found a few examples from this brand, Pertego. Don't know, I've never heard of them. Looks like a nice brand. And I think he would look cute in these. And I think he would wear them. It's a little bit similar to like what he wears in Florida at the All-Stars game, right? When he's sitting around the pool and when he tells Ilya he's a stylist. So there's that. All right, twill shirt, long sleeve, flannel, button up, whatever. I'm going to put a few pictures. I was talking about color palette. I'm going to put a few pictures of some that I think he would wear at the cottage. I think they're a little bit too cozy, homey for him to wear in public. And again, that's more of like a storytelling element of balancing his public versus private color palettes. I think if I was a showrunner, I would incorporate that. So here's a few. They're all from LL Bean. I'm not slick, but a lot of brands make, shirts that look like this. I just want like the cottagey lumberjack feel, right? Also Henley shirts with like the little buttons. I think he would look great in that. Show off his muscles. It would just great all around. Those are a perfect blend of like, they're very masculine in typical clothes, but they can also be a little slutty. You can unbutton a little bit. You can show some chest. You can roll up the sleeves. Those are slutty man outfits. So let's do that. Rugby shirt. I feel so passionately that Shane Hollander needs to wear a rugby shirt in season 2. So passionately. If they don't include it, I'm going to riot. I'm going to scream. I'm going to yell. Because it's made for him. Again, typical masculine form and function. Very much based in like New England. And like his dad went to a nice school in Canada. Like this sort of like preppy style. Very masculine, very sports, very, I'm a guy. But also like so iconic and well made and like stylish. Like they're stylish. They look really nice as well as being comfortable and athletic. They follow his safe form and function. And you have an opportunity to play with color a little bit here too, and whatever colors and stripes you choose. Love that. Think that's great. Rugby shirt. This I also feel passionately about. He needs stupid zip-off pants that Ilya makes fun of. He needs to wear some stupid zip-offs. My lovely, beautiful queer boyfriend has stupid zip-off pants, and I love them. And I also have zip-off overalls. They're really practical. That's a very Shane Hollander move. Well, it's practical, Ilya. And Ilya's like, yeah, okay, well, my friend's here. Hold on. I'm filming a YouTube video. Do you wanna help me? You're live on air. No, you're not. I'm gonna turn it on.
What's the natural sitting position?
All right. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Oh God. My name's Camus. I'm here with. Did you already introduce yourself? I'm new.
He's new here. He's new in town. This is not my gay boyfriend, by the way. I talked about Maxwell. Because a bunch of the clothes that I'm recommending, we own. Yeah. We own.
Naturally. Naturally.
They're from LL Bean. Everything's from LL Bean.
No, I can't make that joke here.
This is Camus. He's also Can I introduce you as queer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've never seen her clothing recommendation.
No, this is new. This is live from New York. You have seen Heated Rivalry though.
Yes.
So he's familiar with the source material, but you haven't read the books.
No.
I introduced this. I'm not giving spoilers for season 2, but I'm like anything that would go in a teaser trailer is fair game. Do you know what I mean? Okay, never mind. We're moving on. All right, I was just talking about stupid zip-off pants. This is for Shane. This is what Shane would wear. That Ilya would make fun of. Don't you agree? So here's my thesis: is that like Shane he's autistic, right? He's got a few types of clothing that are comfortable. He cares about form, but he did hire a stylist, and he is interested. He wants to be fashionable, so most of his clothes are like very basic. The second one they have their summer camp with the hockey summer camp for children. Okay. That is like they talked about that in season 1, but they do that. That has to be in season 2. Right. He would wear these fuck ass pants. You agree? Yeah. Oh my god, Patagonia baggies. I feel so passionately about this. You're familiar?
I'm not.
Really?
I know so little about Patagonia.
So Patagonia baggies are their little like slutty shorts. Well, they definitely. I really appreciate how short their shorts were in the first season, but I think these, there's like hold on, like 1980s climbers. They look so like all. Oh, that's not spelled right. There's so many photos of like guys in the 80s who go climbing, whatever, and they just look like little sluts.
Can we put this picture on the screen, please?
Who is that?
I don't know.
Yeah, I want Shane and Ilya to just like. No, not like that. But like the stuff that like they would wear in like the 80s, like 80s fashion plus like outdoors wear was just like the shortest shorts, guys in crop tops, tank top. I love that. I don't know why all these people are wearing like clown outfits. I'm confused. That's not what I was talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That right there. Tiny little booty shorts, no shirt.
He-Man right there.
Yeah, look at him. So that's what the Patagonia baggies, that's my at the cottage. He's got more like cozy, outdoorsy, you know.
Where's the lingerie section?
Oh, we're getting there.
Oh, you already.
Wait.
Can't even joke about these.
No, you can't, because I've already covered it. Don't worry. It's in the PowerPoint.
Okay.
Spoilers. My heating pad is too high. Okay, color palette. I already talked about color palette. I do believe he needs to be in salmon pink. I need to see Shane Hollander in salmon pink. It just makes sense.
It does.
It makes sense.
It makes perfect sense.
I just have to see it. Because I was like, a lot of his clothes in public need to be like cream and oatmeal and like kind of boring.
God, he makes me wait.
But I need salmon pink needs to be like the color in public.
Okay.
Yeah, I think. All right, now we're on Ilya. So that was Shane. That was what Shane Hollander needs to wear. Now we're talking about Ilya. Okay. I like you reacting to my screen. In The Long Game. Nope. In Heated Rivalry. It's in the show where he wears his cute little floral shirt to the bar in Florida. Yeah. Because he's like, and then like Shane, that's when they talk about Shane having a stylist. Yeah. But in the book, there is a line where like Ilya specifically chose that shirt because he thought it was funny. Because he's like, haha, I'm in Florida, I will wear, floral print shorts. And so I think that's he's laughing at my Russian accent. So I think that's funny because he like wore it on purpose to like dress the part. He's like, I'm in Florida, I'm gonna wear a tropical shirt.
Oh, so now he's in Canada.
So, but now he's at his boyfriend's cottage in Canada, and he is dressing like a lumberjack. Okay, Ilya's gonna show up the next time with the cottage with the heavy flannel, the Carhartt, the red, like the classic, like yeah. And Shane's gonna go crazy. Because he likes to dress the part, and I think that's really funny. He's actually very whimsical.
How's Shane exactly gonna react to that?
Well, he's gonna take those clothes off. What else would he do? He's gonna look at him with his big sad eyes and then rip off his lumberjack flannel.
It's gonna make him feel.
He's gonna be. It's very husbandy.
Right, but is Ilya gonna appear more inviting because he's wearing something Shane's so used to seeing, or is it gonna kind of have the opposite effect?
Well, I think Shane is used to seeing Ilya in his slutty little like black athletic clothes and his little tank tops. So I think with him, he was wearing a flannel in the cottage episode, but now he's gonna. That was Shane's flannel. So now he's gonna go out and get his own. Like he's gonna show up dressed like I am cottage man. Like I am. This is me now. Like I'm in this lifestyle now.
Right. It is a little more like hubby vibe too.
Yeah, you know? He's really leaning into like now like Hollander. Like we are together now. Like I'm gonna dress like your stupid cottage. It's great. I keep going in and out of a Russian accent, and then you look at me, and then I get embarrassed and I stop.
No, you can do it. It's good.
Okay, designer brands and logos. Well, they have money.
Designer brand.
This is for Ilya. Got that. Okay, I'm really hoping this like could pick up. Anyway,
if you didn't hear that, I made a really funny joke.
It wasn't.
Trust me.
It wasn't good.
No, trust me. It was really
funny. Ilya, definitely still sticking to his black and edgy silhouettes, but he does mention something to the tune of retail therapy. Like he mentions enjoying buying things to like it's retail therapy, right? In book 2, he does say that. So clearly, Ilya likes to spend money. He likes to buy nice things. He likes fancy. He would wear like logos. I want to see him in something like tacky and like logos, right? He likes fashion. His little Jaguar shirt. He's a fashion boy. So I want to see him in like now that he's like, because I think so much of him like being like reserved and in himself and like wearing all black and whatever and not very fashionable was also like his family pressure. He's so public, and then he like didn't really know if the thing with Shane where that was going, and now he's like got Shane and he's like, yeah, whatever. Like because Ilya can just get away with doing anything, so it's not like it's not like anybody's gonna be like, oh, he's gay because he's wearing funny clothes. He just like does that, and that's part of his cool kid persona.
Right.
So he can get away with it. So I think I want to see him in some more slutty designer Jean-Paul Gaultier. Stealing Shane's clothes has to happen more. That's already happened. It needs to happen more. I have in my speaker notes. I feel like Shane is not gonna steal Ilya's clothes as much because he like, especially with the autism, like that's his like safe space. Yeah. Like he needs to wear his clothes that he picked that are very comfortable.
I would agree with that.
He doesn't really want to like step outside that, and Ilya's clothes are different. They're not really his style. He's like not gonna do that. But Ilya, yeah, he's gonna. Yeah. There's also a lot of themes in the second book of like Ilya, like he has left his home, his country. Now he's here in Shane's world with Shane's house and Shane's family, and that's just like, you know, a lot of people deal with that. So I think like Ilya wearing Shane's clothes is both a comfort and also kind of like a, you know, it's still tough because it's not his. It's still like he's still in his boyfriend's world. Yeah. It's kind of both. It fits both. So I think he needs to wear Shane's clothes more. Yeah. Also, I think Ilya's clothes are too slutty for Shane to wear in public or even at home. Maybe at home. Matching Shane. Okay, this also from LL Bean. No one's surprised. But these are two like sweater things. They're the same like item. Like they're on the same listing, but they're different colorways. And I feel like they're different enough that like the boys could match and like no one would really like know, but like they would know. Do you know what I mean? Because they're not out in book 2.
Right.
So they're running a summer camp together, but they're not like out in a relationship. So things that can like connect them, but like other people don't clock. I think they should do this. I think I just want to see Ilya in nice sweaters, but with a darker palette. Because I already talked about Shane wearing nice sweaters. Where like it's a very comfortable, traditional, preppy garment, like New England, Canada, nice, you know. But like they have money. It's like nice, like materials, textures, colors. Right. I think Shane's color palette and Ilya like very similar in like vibe, but wait, I'm fucking up my sentences. They both leave that, cut it, ignore that. Okay, Shane, I already talked about Shane has nice sweaters. Ilya would also have nice sweaters, but they would be a little sluttier and they would be darker colors.
Can we steal the sweater, the Chris Evans sweater from Knives Out?
I talked about that. I talked about the Aaron wool sweater. Yeah. Because I was like, because it's like sweaters that are specific styles. Yeah. Like that. I think that. Because like, yes, it's just like a sweater, but then it's like a specific style. It's very nice. It has these kind of like preppy connotations. And like they have money. If I was a stylist, I would buy them. I want to see Ilya in this with that unbuttoned. Yeah, I want to see that. So that's what we're going to see. All right. Dog socks. There are dogs in book 2. I promise. I'm not going to tell no more. I'm not going to tell you anything else.
All right.
There are dogs in book 2. and I saw these socks, and I thought they were funny. And then Scott Hunter with his banana socks. I just think like Ilya and Scott might have a little exchange about that, and Ilya thinks it's cute. Again, like this, like I know, but nobody else knows.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So maybe like he and Shane have matching dog socks or something, or just makes him happy. Let the boy be happy. He's very sad, and so anything we make him happy. This polo, we own this. This is where Maxwell and I have this.
Yeah, I can see
the
it.
matching. Again, it's nice. It's preppy. It's good quality.
Weird.
It's cozy.
I'm actually just picturing the clothes instead of
what's underneath them.
Him.
Don't worry, they'll come off. Okay, that pullover, I just feel very strongly.
Maxwell, if you're watching this.
He's upstairs.
Maxwell, if you're watching this.
All right. Well, so you can get a matching pullover with Maxwell. I already have one, but you can get one too. It's great. I really so what Maxwell and I did is I have the green one with the no, that's not true. He has the green one with the blue trim, and I have the navy blue one with the green trim. So again, like matching, but like kind of enough plausible deniability to be like, oh, haha, we both bought this popular. You know what I mean? Because they can't be. They're not out. They have to have the funny like.
Yeah, I think it's matching a little.
No, it's matching a lot, but it's like it's also like.
What? Hold on.
Popular.
What is that?
I don't know what are you talking
about. What is that?
It's the pullover. It's a pullover. You don't like the pattern?
No.
It's a lot. It's pretty ugly. But this, I like this one with the red because I feel like that's very like cabin, cottage, lumberjack. We're leaning into it. Canada? Yeah. We're Canadian. House robe. I don't have to say anything else. Just a slutty house robe.
Oh, yeah.
And then he takes it, and then he takes it off.
And it's just billowing behind him. Like, yeah.
Billowing. Mr. Darcy-esque house robe. I think, yeah. I don't have any elaboration. Nice house robe that then it comes off.
Well, all right.
It can't stay on. And we have to see it.
There are many types of house robes. You know, you can have the kind of fluffier ones, but also you got silk ones. So Ilya would definitely have a silk one.
Monogrammed?
What?
Embroidered with initials. Monogrammed.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. He would.
So he's got that.
No, that's see this is why I hired you. Good insight. I'm not paying you for this, but
what?
We'll talk about that later. Anyway, cut that. Both. This is for both of them.
Bofa.
More. This is just me being horny. More mesh, cutoffs, crop tops, short shorts. I will say, I want to see the boys in crop tops. I want to see a crop, because Ilya had the side cropped hoodie. I want to see this cropped hoodie. I want to see the abs. I want to see the V. I want to see the Ilya would wear, because that's the thing at this point. He's like, he's got such a reputation in the NHL. He could just do anything. Like in the books, several times, he goes to a gay bar with other characters, and they literally never even think that he could be queer, because they're like, yeah, but that's Ilyarozanov. Right. Like, known womanizer, hot boy, flashy. Like, there's no way. So he can, like, wear these kind of, like, he's also, like, European. Like, they're, so all the, like Canadian and American hockey players are like, yo, I don't know. Like, that's Ilya. He's doing something. We don't know. We're not going to question it, because he's scary. So he could show up in a crop top, or just at home. He would wear a crop top. Crop sweater. Nope. Sweatshirt. That's what I'm trying to say. Crop sweatshirt. I feel strongly about this.
Where do the gray sweatpants come into play?
He's already worn slutty sweatpants. Yeah, the whole in his house when in the tuna melt. Those were really slutty sweatpants. But you want to see the gray? Okay, fair enough. Gray sweatpants.
Not my personal shindig, but I got to put it out there.
Yeah, for the people.
Oh.
Do you look at how cute he is? This is a black quilted sweatshirt.
Like one of those old
from LL Bean
fisherman sweatshirts. You know what I'm talking about? Sweaters. Go pull up a picture of a fisherman.
Dog, that's the Chris Evans.
Yeah.
We already talked about the fisherman sweater. But that's the Aran wool, Irish wool. Yeah. So for the fourth time in this video, we're talking about the fisherman sweater. So if they don't include it in season 2, we're gonna riot. We're gonna yell. I like this quilted sweatshirt, one, because Maxwell and I both have one, but two, because again, it takes like a classic athletic masculine garment, it makes it a little bit fancier, right? A little bit nicer. And then it's dark and moody. So it's good for our rich, moody, athletic boys. Oh my god, Maxwell's coming down. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. Yeah, we're making a YouTube video. Actually, I'm making a YouTube video, and I'm drag Camus into it. Do you want to be in the YouTube video? Okay. Do you want to sit with us? Okay. We're talking. I am filming. Okay, then you don't. So you don't want to be in the YouTube video.
Let's blur him out.
Yeah. Blur. You can be the. Well, we can't hear you because the microphone's not very strong. It better be filming? Look, we only have 10 slides left.
We've only gone through 6 of them.
Yeah, but we okay. Quilted sweatshirt. Moving on. Too tight clothing. That's
that was a more.
They did a good job of putting them in like slutty little tight, like athletic wear. I want more of it.
Yeah.
I want more. I want the zip up the neck.
You know, it's cold. You know, in Canada,
yeah.
So he's gonna need some like nice tight thermal.
But I like
just kind of jogging in.
How it's showing off all the muscles despite being like full coverage. You know what I mean? Because it's so skin tight that it goes right back around to being like you might as well not be wearing anything.
Yeah. It's
almost more slutty than not wearing anything. Anyway, Tomboy. Here's the lingerie. Here's why I'm talking about queer brands. Tomboy X. If you're unfamiliar, are you familiar?
No.
Really?
I have no idea what that is.
It's yeah, I googled it earlier to make sure. It's basically like a queer-owned, like gender-neutral, like underwear company. They make like boxers and like also very like nice quality. They got the classic, the rainbow elastic band, very cute, very comfortable. I have a couple. They're nice. They're expensive, but they're nice. I mean, yeah. I think okay, it's tough because like in the locker room, I guess the guys are like getting undressed enough that like if they were to show up wearing like rainbow underwear, the other guys would be like, all right, that's gay as fuck. Right. But I think it's a nice way, especially for this show, for like a queer character to like wear like, or maybe it's like Scott Hunter, like somebody who's like out to wear like it's not obviously like visible, but maybe it like rides up like a little bit, or like it's private. Do you know what I mean? Where it's like they're wearing something that's like queer clothing, but like nobody else knows because it's your underwear, right? So your pants are over it until they're not, and then we see it and we see their butts. I just want to see them wear gay little underwear, especially like at home or just like at the cottage, like where nobody else can see them. Like, what do they choose to? I like in the second book they do get more into like exploring their like queer identity. Like they go to a gay bar, like they go on like a date with a queer couple, like stuff like that, where they're like trying to like, okay, like, we're queer people, like what can we do? They still have to be not like super publicly out. So I think this is a nice way for them to like kind of incorporate that and have some self-expression, but it's still pretty private. But they can see each other in their cute gay underwear. I like that. Kiko. All right, this is a shout out. You don't know what that is. That's okay.
It's time to thank our sponsors.
I
don't know what this is.
I think Kiko should sponsor us, actually. We can make that happen. We know the people who make the Kiko socks. Okay, let me give you the rundown. My partner is very queer and plays Ultimate Frisbee. And Ultimate Frisbee is a very queer sport. There's a lot of gay people, okay? A lot of queer folk.
There's a lot of straight folk, too.
There's a lot of gay people. There's a lot. It's like field hockey. They're not all queer. But sure, some of them are. All right, going back. So my point here, my lovely, beautiful, wonderful boyfriend only wears Kiko socks. They come in left. So the whole point of Kiko socks, it's a small business. It was created by an Ultimate Frisbee player. They're meant for athletes because they don't have like seams. Like they're very like comfortable. They have a lot of padding and they have a left and a right. So that like the more you wear them, it's like just more consistent. So it's meant to like be very comfortable in like the cleats and stuff. So one, it's good because the boys in the show are athletes also, and then also they have these fun like the rainbow colorway stuff like this. We've already seen socks in the show with the banana socks. I just think it'd be nice because one, it's a small business. Two, it's queer and they have queer options, and it's another queer sport. And I think it would also kind of toe that line of like something that is kind of private. Like it's your socks, you know, like people don't necessarily know if you're wearing rainbow socks or a brand, like people don't know it, but you know it, and that's what's important. So I think that would be good. Also, Maxwell only wears Kiko socks, and he keeps them in the pairs. He folds them, and he's very autistic about his Kiko socks. I think Shane Hollander would absolutely only wear one type of sock, and it would be these. And he would have them all folded up in rainbow order or something. So I feel strongly about that. I don't know why I have this. Why is that on my PowerPoint? I have this fuck ass hat. I don't know why that's there, but I want to see Shane wearing it. Matching pajama pants. I love when they just wear when boys wear these. Actually, when anybody, these are the sluttiest pants you could wear. I want to see them wearing matching because that's again, it's a home, it's the cottage. It's both very like cottagey, outdoorsy, lumberjacky, but also like it's cute and gay because they're matching. So I like that. Or the matching pajama set, bougie, fancy, embroidered. Ilya wearing. Wouldn't that be so cute? Because it's like in private they can be like, wow, we're like a gay couple, so they can be a little bit silly. Rainbows and pride. This is my last slide. I just think they should wear like maybe Shane can wear like a little rainbow bracelet, or they can wear like little rainbow things, little gay stuff, little gay people. Oh my god, I want to see Ilya in a blue, purple, and pink like bisexual like an outfit, or like something with like those on like a stripe on the side of the something very subtle that like nobody else would clock. But I need Ilya to wear something like bisexual,
right?
That nobody would really realize,
right?
Except maybe like one other queer player is like, does he know that that's what those colors are? And he does, but they don't know that. Bisexual king. That's it. That's my TED Talk. Thanks for coming. Do you have any thoughts?
None unsaid.
Yep. Well, this was great.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us today. Yep, there it is. Okay, whoever's in charge of costume design for season 2, please hit me up. Thanks.